Thursday's episode was fantastic. It was just absolutely phenomenal. And not just Thursday, Wednesday as well. I think the entire lead up, the way the tension has been built, specifically I'm talking about the Suki, Nish, Eve, Ravi storyline. I just think it was masterfully written, masterfully acted by everyone, masterfully shot. Like the cinematography was just haunting. Those scenes and the cuts between Nish and Suki at home and the shots in the forest, it was just dark and gritty, and in my opinion proves why EastEnders is the best soap out there. Now granted, I don't actually watch the other soaps regularly like that, but I have seen clips online, and I'm not saying this to just diss the other soaps. They are Coronation Street is Britain's, I think, oldest soap opera, and really a pioneer that inspired EastEnders. So without Coronation Street, we would have no EastEnders. So I'm really not gunning for the other soaps here. I'm just pointing out why out of all the soaps I watch EastEnders. Now granted, I've grown up with it, but I feel if the clips that I had watched of the other soaps had drawn me in like that, I would watch them regularly. But there's just something about EastEnders and the way they do these storylines and the way they just tug at your heartstrings. I really just felt the panic when Eve was in the restaurant talking with Nish. My mind, I was just like, Eve, get out, get out. But that exchange between the two was beautiful, absolutely so well done. And then that edit when Nish went to hit Eve over the head with the bottle, and then it cut. Just, I've talked about the cinematography, all that stuff. The editing was so spot on, like really spot on. There was that bit where Nish was essentially forcing himself on Suki, and it cut to Ravi digging that hole in the wood. Just well done, EastEnders. Well done to everyone acting, writing, filming. Just, you did so well on that. That was brilliant, and I really enjoyed those episodes. I felt so bad for Eve, obviously, and watching the behind the scenes was really fun. Heather Pierce, great actress, and her and Aaron, they had really good chemistry, which I think made the scene work so well. And Ravi is just, he's such a layered and interesting character. I really hope he's not the body at Christmas. I hope this shows why I love the show so much and why I think it's still relevant. It's still important. It's still great television, in my opinion. People do have a snobbery around EastEnders, around soaps in general, but ultimately EastEnders especially has always been praised for its grittiness, especially in the early years. And I think as a precursor to what is happening at Christmas, the darkness of this storyline melded really well into the whodunit that is coming up. And obviously we don't know who's killed who's been killed. Well, this gives Suki plenty of motive to kill either Ravi or Nish. So yeah, fantastic. Beautiful work. I didn't like everything about the episode, and I didn't enjoy all the storylines last week either. Hot on the heels of Linda admitting to Dean, I use air quotes because we all know that she's just doing it to get him off her back, and to save George from prison. But oh my god, hot off the heels of Linda telling her that, yes, it was consensual, you then have Stacey going to her stalker and being like, oh yeah, maybe we can make things work, you're right, I do like you, blah blah blah, and the only way is for you to, it's just, let me be clear, my issue is not necessarily with them doing those things, but the fact that they're then showing that after they have done that, after they have placated their abuser, their stalker, whatever, then things have sort of calmed down, things have gone the way they wanted to. Obviously, there's still more to see with what Dean does with the recording. I haven't watched today's episode yet, so I may have egg on my face as I speak. But again, with Stacey, placated him. He ended up pleading guilty. Obviously, that's not the end of it. It's shown that that's not the end of it. But I do feel like they've done that so that they can tidy up the Theo storyline, move it along, and make way for Stacey to have an affair with Jack. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. But that's how it seems to me. It seems like we had this really important storyline about workers, webcam worker, people who work as webcam models, and ultimately the show has a responsibility. The show has a responsibility towards its viewers. It has a duty to inform, to educate, to inspire. What is this inspiring for victims? What is this inspiring for survivors? I didn't like it. I don't like it. Hello here, I'm just editing and I thought I should add in extra my reason for not liking this storyline is because Stacey has just gone through something very traumatic and she has been essentially shamed, not just by Theo, but by the show itself and by audience members. And the show is now playing into that. Now that they've done this serious storyline, which looks into things like shaming and everything, they're going to make her have an affair with Jack. Just basically upholding the Stacey is a slapper motto, status quo. And yeah, I think it's irresponsible to do that just after this stalking storyline. That was the side of it. So there we go. The negativity is coming out and I'm sorry. But it's because I really love the show and I understand its impact and its legacy, really. So that's the reason I hope that I want it to do better, especially when it comes to these really important and crucial storylines. But let's not let that detract from what they did right, which was done, as I've pointed out, really, really wonderfully. And I really commend the entire EastEnders creative team for managing to pull this off. Well done, and I'm really excited to see what this month brings. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.